even though, as we've seen, we can modulate with just chords 1 and 5, the predominant chords are extremely useful, and they can really help make the modulation sound extra smooth. And so it's really worth spending time practicing modulating with the use of the predominant chord. So in the next few videos I'm going to outline a practice plan where we target each of those modulation distances, and we make sure that we've really covered it and that we're really confident doing it. And once we've covered all those regions, then it really means that you can modulate to any of the likely places with complete ease. So it's really worth putting effort into the next few assignments. So in this improvisation assignment, we're going to practice modulating from chord 1 and to establishing chord 2 as the new tonal centre and then going back. So in C major, that means we're going to start in C major, modulate to D minor, and then modulate back to C major. And this is how I want you to modulate. When you're ready to go to D minor, see if you can get in the chord 2 first inversion with the 7th, and that's of D minor. So D minor, chord 2 is E diminished, and with the 7th it is this, and in first inversion that G goes in the bottom. So we want this chord to help get us into D minor. So see if you can look out for that and be ready to use it when the time comes. I'm going to give a demonstration in C major, so we'll go from C major to D minor, back to C major, and I want you to do this in all 12 keys. And when I come back to C major, it's going to be a similar thing. I'm going to see if I can look out for chord 2, 7, first inversion. So here we go. For this improvisation assignment, we're going to practice modulating from the home key, chord 1, and then we're going to try and make chord 3 the new key centre. Now again, to do that, I'm going to look out for chord 2 of the new key centre. So if we're in E minor, if we're going to E minor, then chord 2 is F sharp diminished, and with the 7th, that is there, and in first inversion, we're going there. So I'm going to be kind of looking out for that chord, and similarly when I come back to C major, I'm going to be looking out for chord 2 in first inversion with the 7th. Now this isn't the only way you need to modulate, and you've probably already seen that because we've been practicing without chord 2. I just want you to practice it this way, and then in the future I want you to look at all the different uses of predominant chords for getting you back to for modulating and for getting you into the new keys. The predominant I find is very, very useful for this. So when I'm improvising and I'm ready to modulate, I'm kind of looking out for it. So here's an example in C major that goes to E minor and comes back, and I would like you to practice that modulatory distance from chord 1 to chord 3 in all 12 keys. In this improvisation assignment, I'm going to practice modulating from chord 1 to chord 4, so making F major the new key center, and then back again. So let's quickly check. F major, chord 2 in F major is G minor, with the 7th is this, and in first inversion is that. So that's I'm going to be looking out for that chord to help me modulate into F major. And again, this is not the only way you need to modulate, but I think it's quite a good thing to practice. Now for this improvisation assignment, I'm going to modulate from key center chord 1, and I'm going to make chord 5 the new key center. And again, I'm going to use chord 2 of the key center that I'm going to as my kind of target chord. This is where I'm looking out for on the keyboard, and that's going to help initiate the modulation. So I'll give one example in C major, and I'd like you to do this in all 12 keys. We have one more modulation to practice in the major. If I'm in C major, I'm going to try and turn A minor into the new tonal center. That's chord 6. So let's see what we can do with A minor. Chord 2 is B diminished. With the 7th it looks like this, and in first inversion here. So I'm going to be kind of looking out for that chord when I'm ready to do my modulation.